My peoples. There we go. What's good? What's good? We are in the building, back at it, baby. After dark, the dinner nerds was popping. It's your boy Al Schuler in the building. It's your boy Lavas Blackman
What's
in here. What's
good?
popping, y'all? What's
After dark,
happening?
after dark.
Yes, we are back. We getting into all the shits tonight. It's been a crazy hiatus, but trust me, we got all the tea, we got all the dust, the dirt, the whole nine. Lavis, what's good, man? What's poppin'?
What's up, man? I want to say what's up to everybody. What's up in the chat? Let's see what we got
Yeah,
up in here.
yeah.
Data Nerds is up in here. Of course, he got to be first. We got Jamming with Joey. What's good?
Yeah.
Audio. What's up, homie? We got Steve Denton up in the
So,
building.
Steve.
We got Lucas Tex Venger, Wayne White, Jonathan Velasquez. What's good?
I like it. I like
We
it.
got Mike motherfucking Porter. What's good, homie?
My man Mike.
Homie
Yeah.
Ryan. Ryan O'Connor. Shit, we got the whole crew up in here tonight.
Everybody,
What's good, everybody?
yes,
Oh,
it's so
Peace
good.
Flash, what's good?
Glad
Cap.
to have y'all back, man. It's been a crazy, crazy couple weeks, but
Yes.
God dang it, we in here. Let's go. Let's get it, man.
All right, before we continue, we're gonna go ahead and see. Can y'all hear me good? Because every week, it's like Lavish. Your mic sucks, so I try to do something about that. Let me know in the chat if y'all can hear me good. Lavish sounds
what's
good.
the sound?
More volume. So Al, you gotta
Al,
turn
gotta
up.
come up a little bit. Bet. I got
Yes.
you. Got you. 2.5, and
All
there we
right.
go. How about now? What we got?
How's that?
How's that
Oh,
better? Is that a little better?
sounds good. You're good. Says you're good, man. Awesome.
That's what's
Awesome.
up. That's what's up, man. Cool. Well, we finna get right into this, man. First and foremost, appreciate y'all for being here. You know, it's
Yes.
been, like we said, a crazy couple weeks, man. But, we just gonna get into the shit, man. I know y'all been waiting to find out, what the deal was. Everybody's been asking, hitting us up in the chats,
Yep.
Discord, everything else. Lavis, I know they've been hitting you, pinging you, wanting to know what's going on, man.
Dude.
So, should we just tell them, man? Like, should we just let them know what's good?
Go ahead. Hit him with the T, man.
All right, man. So
Hold
look,
on.
we know that if you're a subscriber, which we know you are because you here, you've been
Right.
checking out the video. You saw Josh came out last week. We had a couple of changes we had to make. You can go back and get the details. Josh's side of the story from that video, but we ain't about all that shit tonight. We finna tell y'all what really went down. So get your popcorn ready and shit, because I'm about to let you know right now. This is G14. Nah, fuck that. This is G15 classified.
It's that higher
Yeah,
level.
it's that higher level shit. It was crazy. You know what? I was calling everybody I could that was left, man. But we just gonna let y'all know what happened, man. Look, there were four of us, man. My man Thanos came in, bruh. We got, as you can see on the screen, man. A couple
Just
of us
it is
got
what it is.
dusted. We
And I know
got
y'all
dusted.
see that I got Iron Man's Infinity Gauntlet, man, but like it was with Black Widow, we can't bring him back,
We
man.
can't bring them back, man. It's no
Stone will
good.
not let us do it.
I mean, it's sad. I've been pouring out so much liquor, man. I got to take a trip to the store like tomorrow. But
Yeah, man. I did too. And the ground was skipping off. Like it started to chip and everything, man. It
man,
was getting drunk.
it was so sad, man. I was crying. I was screaming, hollering, asking why. But my man Thanos said it, man. The hardest choices they require the strongest wills, man. And
Yep.
so we just got to keep it going.
And we
Let
will
me get my throat
continue.
right.
It
Yeah,
was, it
excuse
was
me.
a horrible thing, and it was like a kind of like a horror story. But you know what? The brothers made it
The
through,
brothers
man.
made
The
it through
brothers
this
made
time.
it.
You know what I'm saying? For the first time, 2020
Yes.
ain't been worth shit for
Both of
nobody.
us.
But we made it. You got the brothers survived for a change. We
Yes.
are here. So
Now it's the real After Dark.
now we finna get into the real after dark. Like, yeah, man. But it's a bittersweet thing though, because we had to really sit back and kind of
Okay.
figure out what we wanted to do, man. And so while we back and all, we really got some bad news in a way. I mean, should you tell them, Lavas, or should I tell them?
I'll rip the Band-Aid off on this
Go
one.
ahead, man. Let
I
them
like
know.
how Josh do it. Josh comes straight out and says it. So
There you go.
this is it. This is the last
It's the
one.
one. It's the last
After
one, man.
dark. After this,
It's gone.
there's no more After Dark.
Yeah, after dark, it's out of there after tonight, man.
That's it.
We don't know what else to
So
tell y'all, but
yeah, we just had to come out here and make sure it's official and
It's-
let you guys know what the deal is. But
it's a wrap. After dark is done
but
as you know it.
as you know it,
As you know it. We
Exactly.
ain't going nowhere. This shit's gonna
Nah.
be back better than ever. We coming back with like After Dark 2.0. We're gonna have so
Yes.
much good shit, which we'll talk about with y'all a little bit later on. But man,
Most definitely.
don't get it twisted. We still knee deep in these nerdy streets out here, man. We still holding it down. My man Lavis been getting his grind on, doing some things, man. I know he was grinding. I think he was telling me you were on what was that, the Bert the Nerd on Twitch, right?
Yeah, man, I was on Bert the Nerd. We
Yeah.
actually had a really interesting conversation while we were on there, and I don't know if he's
Bert.
here. Yeah, I
Shout
don't
out to
know if Bert
Bert.
is here. Is he in the chat, Bert? If you here, say what's up, man. See, I see Mr. Anderson. What's up, Mr. Anderson? Uh, but yeah, we were talking about if DC would be able to catch up to Marvel,
Right, right.
and how I looked at it is, in my perspective, is DC really behind?
Okay.
Is it a catch up game, or do they have an opportunity to go a different route with it and make their own game, make their
I
own
see.
little end game?
Got you. Got you. Yeah, man. I mean, it's a damn interesting question, right? Like, I mean, everybody's always trying to compare the two of them. Is it's always either Marvel or DC, and I'm kind of
Right,
in that why not both camp. But I don't know, man. I think like you said, DC just need to do what they do and not worry about trying to catch up to Feige and the MCU. Man, just give us some dope ass content. Let us see what's good. But I'll tell you this much:
stop.
if they wanted to try to get on that same playing field, if that's really what they're trying to do, then there's really one way to do it, and
How's
that's
that?
the multiverse, man. Just
Yeah,
we've heard rumors about it. We've heard people talking about the possibility of it. You got your Jeff Johns people out there and all of that, and we got our Snyder cut people. But just make it all one big happy family, man. Bring back how the
right.
Tim Burton Batman's hell. I'm even down for them to bring the George Clooney Batman back into it. You know what I'm saying? Like, just make it
Yeah, I don't know. I
all a
don't even think he's on the
multiverse.
radar.
Oh hell no! Nobody's even thinking. He ain't thinking about it, man. I don't think he's thinking about it.
I wonder how many people would be disappointed if they couldn't get Michael Keaton, couldn't get Christian Bale, couldn't even get Val Kilmer. I don't think anybody wants Val Kilmer back right now. He's gonna have to
Nah,
work out for like 8 years
nah.
before he even looks
Hey
like
man,
Pat.
hey man. He could just be like the fat Thor, but Batman. You know what I'm
Fat
saying?
Thor, Fat Man, Fat Man.
Fat man. There you
It'll
go.
be official.
It'll be officially
But you
official,
know his
man.
suit would still have abs on it. Try
Yeah,
to figure
there
that out.
you go. Trying to.
Like my shirt eating noodles.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Look, I know all about eating, bro. So you talking my language if we go in there, man. I'm trying to get the body right, slowly but surely. But yeah, man, it's it's
We'll
it's
get there.
crazy. It'll
We'll get
be.
there.
I think DC, man, they just really need to kind of do what they do and not be so concerned about trying to catch the MCU. I think that's what happened with Justice League and why it turned into a
Yeah.
cluster. Man, was they figured they had to try to leapfrog and get and make up that ground, and it's like they had like 10 years plus to establish
Right. Well, see,
that.
I was telling Burke
Mm-hmm.
that what they should have did to me, if instead of coming out with try to catch up with their solo movies, if you look at the time when Avengers came out,
Yep.
they was hype on seeing a group of heroes on the screen. It's kind of the first time you've ever really seen that many heroes in a story that didn't clash.
Right.
So
Right.
what they should have did was they should have came out with Justice League first, and then each
Mm-hmm.
story after that.
Could have built it.
A few of them can allude to what's going to happen in Justice League 2, by you know how they do the little cutscenes
Yeah.
now, allude it that way, and then you give us some superhero team ups. What about
Ex-
Flash and Green Lantern?
I'm with it. I'm with it.
You know what I'm saying? Give me they already did the Shazam, now they got the Shazam family.
Yeah.
So I don't know why they didn't go that route first.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I have my qualms with the things that they did, but at the moment we're at a little standstill. So I'm trying to be patient, even though they're trying to tell us everything that they're coming out with. Who knows how long it's
Yeah,
going to be before
man.
we actually get
But
to see that?
that's the entertainment landscape right now. Period, bro. It's like patience
Right.
is the word of the year right now. Like you sitting here dying to get some new content, man. I'm like, please, something Mando, WandaVision. I don't care, Batman. It don't matter what it is. Just give me something, cause you getting down with Bert the Nerd and talking the DC thing, man, and me. I've been kind of rediscovering my love for the video game scene, man. And I tell you what,
Right.
I'm looking forward to jumping into this weekend is that Ghost of Tsushima, bro. Like I'm
Uh,
hearing nothing but
I
good
keep
things
hearing about
about
that.
that.
Yeah.
I think they said it's like the fastest selling first party IP ever on PlayStation. So like they killing the game with it right now, and I'm just glad personally, my own personal opinion, and I'll leave it alone after this. I'm just glad we got something else to talk about other than The Last of Us Part Two. I was getting tired of hearing
Oh
people talking about
goodness.
that shit, man.
Yeah,
Like, let's
yeah.
just
Total cringe city.
yeah, let's just go,
Like,
man. That whole
ugh.
landscape is somewhere that I'm like, nah, man. It's too many minefields over there right now, man. So let
Right.
them have that. Let's sweep that one under the rug. Let's focus on Ghost of Tsushima and then ride that wave all the way to the PS5.
Yeah, yeah. I can't wait until I actually get to try it because everybody keeps talking about it. And it looks like it's a game that's right up my alley for real. I like the games where you actually get to like fight and duel people,
Yeah.
and it's not just straight up having to shoot somebody from
Hmm.
far away. I like being able to get up close and especially with swords and samurais. Like who
Yeah,
doesn't love
man.
that?
Like
Who
I'm
does
telling you,
not
man,
love that?
that's like just the nerd wet dream right there, man. You just in there getting that samurai on. Anybody, what's up with the chat though? Has anybody checked out Ghost of
Yeah,
Tsushima? Is that a
OP
real?
asking did either of us play it? No, we're
I'm
really interested in playing it. If you have some insight on it,
Yeah, because I'm downloading it and I'm planning on getting on that as soon as I finish this work week tomorrow, bro. That's my
right?
weekend, man. That's my weekend.
So what we'll do is when we play it, we'll come back on and we'll let you guys
Oh
know
yeah,
how
we
we
gonna
felt
give you the
about it.
hot or not for sure. We gonna let you know.
Most definitely.
Speaking of hot, bro, it's hot as hell in this house right now. I'm like, my AC been on some BS, man. I can't
You
wait
got
to
that
move.
Texas heat out there.
Woo, bro, like you don't understand. Texas is no
Nah,
joke. I can't do it, man. I'm like,
no,
if
no,
I could
no,
move, I would move, but I'm kind of planning it, man. Shout out to
no.
Texas though.
I had another little interesting aspect too.
Yeah.
Again from Burke. He posted picture on his Instagram,
Mm-hmm.
and it was the four pretty much you could say pinnacles between DC and Marvel.
Yep.
You know, Batman, Superman, Cap, and Iron Man.
Yeah.
But it was a swap. So what they did was they had Robert Downey Jr. as Batman, and
Mm.
they had Ben Affleck as Iron Man.
Okay.
Then they switched that up on the top side. They had what's my man's name? I just said Cap was played by Henry Cavill,
Mm.
and then they had Superman by Chris Evans. Now I ain't
Okay.
gonna lie, to all of those that I seen on that whole little four square, I think the only believable one that I liked was Cavill as Captain America.
Yeah. That's
I
pretty
think
valid.
I think he could play that good enough, but the only reason why I still ride with Chris Evans is because he was able to deliver that Barbie doll, that Ken doll
Oh
look.
man. I
That's
think
really what it was.
I think Captain America, that role was made for Chris Evans, bro. Like I was kind of when they first said that, man, I was so on the fence because I'm like, I was, when I thought Chris Evans, the first movie I thought about was Not Another Teen Movie. Like I don't know if anybody has seen that
Right.
crazy ass shit. Go check it out. Movie's hilarious, but that's what I thought about. I'm like, oh,
One of my
dude from
favorite
that
ones.
movie. But then like when I saw it, I'm like, bro, this dude was made to play Cap. He was made to play
Right.
Cap.
I liked him in Scott Pilgrim,
Oh yeah,
and
yeah, no doubt.
he did do a decent job as Johnny Storm. So I think that's
Hmm.
him working with Feige. Because don't forget, Feige's been with them since Spider Man.
Word,
You know?
word.
And even though nobody really Fantastic Four because Fox foxes everything up, uh, I still think he was a good consideration. I wasn't on the bandwagon at first.
Uh
I'm
huh.
not even gonna lie. Did not see him as Cap. I I don't know. Maybe I'm nostalgic, but I was thinking like somebody like Matthew McConaughey at the time.
Got you.
I don't know
Okay.
why. I think he came out. What was it like Sahara or whatever? Seeing him in those types of action movies, I
Hmm.
was down for it. I was like, he could probably pull that off and it'd be believable, especially for the serious scenes.
Yeah.
So, but they chose Chris Evans, which was good. I think Cavill's an awesome fit as Superman.
Oh
I
yeah.
I can't see Robert Downey Jr. as a Batman. They
No
would have
man.
to completely revamp that to be something completely different. He did good as Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah. That's
Loved him as Sherlock Holmes,
no
but
doubt.
considering how everybody wants a buff Batman, like a completely buff Batman, I don't know.
Yeah.
RDJ's too lean.
Yeah. A
He's
little
a little
bit. A
too
little bit.
fat.
But I mean, man, look, we gonna see what the Pattinson joint looks like. But
You
I
don't
mean,
know me, Cap. You don't.
if if he pulls it off, man, then hey, that might open the door for us to see some different, takes on the Batman, especially if they do kind of the multiverse thing and they have these different iterations of the character. Maybe we get to see something like that.
Right, and that would be good. I think that's another reason why talking about Scott Pilgrim. I did not know or didn't recognize that Brie Larson was in that movie.
Oh, really? Look now,
Yeah,
don't
right.
crucify
See,
me, but I haven't seen Scott Pilgrim. I've
you haven't seen Scott Pilgrim?
nah, man, I have not.
You should totally watch it,
Yeah, I'm gonna have to
and
check it out, man. It ain't like
especially when you get to Chris Evans' part.
okay, that's what's up. I mean, it ain't like we ain't got time. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
I've been at home for the last 6 months, bro. I ain't got nothing but time. You know what I'm saying?
Most deaf, most deaf. What's going on over here in the chat?
Let's
OP,
see.
I saw you said that you was playing since last Thursday. So
Okay.
what was your opinion on it since you've been
What's the
playing
raw
for like a
take?
week? Yeah, I want to know about that. Ryan, you want to know who the villain was for what the Justice League movie? If they came out with that first, uh, in my opinion, shoot, go all out. Let's give us the Legion of Doom. Give us the Legion of Doom. They should have went straight with Bryan Cranston. I don't care what nobody says. I don't like. Was it Jesse? What's his name? Jesse Eisenberg. See, I don't like
Oh
him so
yeah.
much. I don't even know his name.
you
Like, don't even care. Like, and I like
didn't
him
you,
as an actor.
you
I
didn't like
just
the
did
ring?
not
You
like
didn't like
him.
the ring? You wasn't
No,
feeling that? Wasn't
I
feeling
wasn't
that?
feeling nothing. I didn't. I wasn't feeling him talking.
Oh yeah,
They should have
man.
voiced him over like they did Mel Gibson in Mad Max.
Yeah, man. It's weird, bro. Like when you watch that movie, it was like he played a great character. That just wasn't Lex Luthor though. Like
No.
that villain, if you that was more of a Joker esque performance. If you like the way he was
Yeah.
kind of, especially towards the end, how he's wigging out. Like I got more of a Joker vibe than anything else from that, and I was just like, I don't remember Lex Luthor being this kooky like this. This is a little bit, I don't really know how to feel about that.
I don't know either. Okay, I see what you mean, Ryan. You said we asked 2 weeks ago for a topic, but man, that's 2 weeks ago. This ain't even.
Man,
This is kind of like this ain't even the same after dark.
I don't know. I don't know if he caught the first 5 minutes of the show where we explain, man. Like we dealing with the post Thanos snap after dark right now,
Yeah,
man.
man. Like
We
I don't
trying
even remember asking that.
to. Yeah, it might have been something to that effect, but like you said, man, this is we waving goodbye to what we the old after dark. We trying to.
Right. Like we sat back, a couple weeks ago, and we actually got a whole good structure
Mm-hmm.
written out for it, and we were ready to bust out a few different things. And when Thanos came through and just started laying waste and snapping half of us away, like how are we supposed to deal with that? He came through and he was like, 50% of the streams got to go so we can thrive.
You know what I'm saying? And it was like
So
I tried. Look, I pride myself on being able to negotiate. Having that gift of gab
and
and all of that. I tried to holler at my man. I was like, Thanos, bro, like, can we talk about it? Can we can we work some things out, man? He wasn't trying to hear that shit. He wasn't trying to hear it.
no,
He was like,
no,
I'm on a mission.
he held out that
Damn
that
shame.
little knife and was like, it's got to be perfectly balanced.
As all things should be. As next thing you know,
So,
man, I woke up looking around. I was like, damn, what happened? What I don't know.
so is Ghost of Tsushima? Is it multiplayer at all, or is it just
I think
single
it's single
player?
player. I think it's a single player. I don't think it's got a multiplayer campaign, bro. That if it did, look the fuck out. Like that would be crazy.
Yeah, that would definitely be crazy. I'd like to play like Captain Pennsylvania and just
Slices.
straight take his head off,
Man.
just for these horrible takes. I had to go up against him with at Burke the Nerd, and
Uh huh.
I had to pretty much show everybody why he's wrong all the time,
Oh man,
and
you.
it's kind of easy, you know what I mean?
It, that's the
It's
thing though,
fun though.
man. Somebody got to be last. Somebody got to be bringing up the rear, man. No offense to my boy Cap. Shout out to my boy
No,
Cap,
he
but
does a
yeah,
good job at that.
you know,
He's got the
you got
shield up and everything.
you own that, bro. You own that. That is your lane, and you stay there.
Yes, right over there.
That's
But
what's
yeah,
up.
we plan on having guests and stuff on the show.
Yeah.
Uh, we're working on getting some like games and interaction for you guys in the chat. We're looking into a lot of different things on that for you to be able to like guess who
Hmm.
and what's what, yay or nay. We have a little spin wheel supposed to be coming for you
Oh
guys.
yeah, yeah. We're gonna have all that, man. We want to shift this show, man, and we want it to be for y'all. Y'all the ones that support us. Y'all the ones that hold it down. So we want to give y'all what y'all want. We want to interact with you. This show is gonna be kind of a kickback place for us to just really be get back to being nerds and really dive into that as well. You know, as we move forward, we're gonna start having those kind of conversations, man, about being, you know, nerdism in general and the whole nine,
Right.
and the levels to it and all this, and getting different people's takes. I know I'm interested in, you know, getting some people on and finding out, you know, what it was that made them, you know, finally cross over into that realm of nerdom.
Yeah.
Like what was
Right.
that one thing, like for you, Lavis, what was the one thing for you, bro, that like you realized, or that moment or comment, TV show, movie, whatever it was, where you were like, I think I'm a little too deep into this shit now. I think I'm starting to obsess.
Uh, you know, I don't really have an addictive personality,
Okay.
and growing up, I even put myself on punishment, man. You know, I did something wrong. I packed the PlayStation up, put it away for a month.
Oh man,
So
I
like, I don't
wish.
really obsess, but I do like to when I get into it, I do like to dive and
Hmm.
get a whole immersive understanding of whatever it is that I'm playing. So, like for me, like games like The Last of Us, the reason why I really didn't play it is because I'm not. I like story games. Don't get me wrong,
Hmm.
but I like to be able to have control of the character.
Right.
That's why a lot of like MMO RPG type games where you have to like little drop box and it's like select one of the three, you get the slash or you
Yeah.
get the dodge or I can't do any of that. I like being able to have full control of who I'm having.
Gotcha.
So I I like to try to stay in on a little median
Even
on
kill.
stuff
Yeah,
like
I
that.
got you.
I like to try to have a good even take on a lot of different things because you know
Word.
I can completely disagree even though I might agree with something
Yeah, I
by
feel you.
keeping that kind of aspect on that. So,
Exactly.
what about you? What kind of
Man, so
into
for
it?
me, it was like it was funny because as a kid, I was all I was a game nerd. Like it was all video games for me, you know. Like
Right,
I was into. I think once I got into like my early adolescent years, it was all about coming home and watching that block on Fox. You had the X Men,
oh
the
yeah,
Batman animated series, Spider Man. So that's kind of when it I started kind of dabbling a little bit and getting into it. But I think the full on nerdum was I was a late bloomer, if you will, because it was funny enough. The prequel trilogy for Star Wars is what got me. It was like when they announced that, I got really geeked for it because I was already
right,
kind of into Star Wars at that point. But I'm more of a story driven person. Like I love character development. I love kind of
right,
watching narratives unfold and things like that. So it was like experiencing the prequel trilogy for me and seeing, you know, that path of Anakin and him making that turn and just what that arc was like for him.
right.
Dude, by the time we got to Revenge of the Sith, I was all in on Star Wars, man. That was my thing. I
I
was like,
feel you.
I want to know all this, but it was so funny because it still was only from a cinematic perspective. I really didn't dive into the EU because I was kind of like, okay, well, I don't really know where this stuff sits, so I'm gonna just kind of like get into the Clone Wars and all of that. I was all about anything related to the Skywalker saga from that aspect.
I feel
And
you. I feel you.
as the years progressed, you know, it kind of died down for a bit. Then when Disney bought the joint, it was like, oh, so we finna get Star Wars back, and I was
Right.
pumped, man. And it was just like from there, it's just been a cascade, and that's kind of how I even got involved with the Den was, you know, checking out
Exactly.
Josh's videos when we were, you know, the sequel trilogy started to ramp up and getting into that whole theory crafting and figuring out what they were gonna do with the sequel trilogy, man. And so that's you know the Star Wars, as you can see from the background, like
Yeah.
that's my shit, man. Like
See.
just that whole nine.
Yeah. I got my Marvel and my DC.
Word, word.
Like I said, I didn't really like I said I don't obsess, but I do like both Marvel and DC. I have seen I think I've seen all the Star Wars movies
Hmm.
except for the last one. But growing up, like you said, I came home to that block where you got Batman and then you got Spider Man, waking up in the morning watching the Fantastic Four and Iron
Yeah,
Man,
yeah,
the
yeah.
Hulk, like all of those was what really got me into it. My dad, his favorite character is the Hulk, and he would have it all over the place. I'm surprised that I actually gravitated toward liking Batman more.
Hmm. Okay.
But I think it was because the respect of the fact that this is a normal man who has
Right.
to completely use his wits in a
Yeah.
whole field of people who have superpowers. Like he's the
Exactly.
only one without powers, and 95% of the time he's the one that's the one pulling the plug on everything that fucking happened that's bad.
Yep.
So that kind of really that really pulled me into it,
I got you.
and
I got you.
and having villains like the Joker and Deathstroke, they're just really, really iconic. So it kind of immersed me into that. That's why I loved it when they finally came out with the Batman games.
Yes.
That oh my goodness, like Osaka said, they have a game that I love. I will dive into it
Oh
for
yeah.
10, 11 hours.
Let me tell you,
Uh,
that's like we were talking about this just the other night, man. Like I've rediscovered, with the whole channel situation and us getting live and getting after dark popping. I had to go and upgrade my tower a little bit, so I got me
right,
a little gaming PC so I could get it popping. And the first thing I did was downloaded Fallout 4 and modded the shit out that hole and been playing it like crazy. And that's because I'm like that when I love a game. I just immerse myself completely in that experience, and it's just like I can never get tired of playing that. Like as you know, I'm very forgiving of the shortcomings of the game just from the fact that like my experience is never the same thing twice. Like I
right,
always find something that I hadn't seen, something I haven't experienced, and now that I got the ability to really mod it the way that it's meant to be modded instead of the BS they doing with the console versions, like I'm like a kid in the candy store, man. I'm in here downloading till 4 in the morning, man. Like getting off work, been staring at a computer for 12 hours, and then I'm staring at it for another 8, trying to find out
right,
what I want to put on the game. So that's
exactly.
that's how it is with me,
Now I
man.
tried that with Grand Theft Auto.
Hmm.
I liked I was watching the mods when I was on PlayStation and seeing them with Iron Man and Thanos, and I'm like, man, I gotta do that. So when I finally got this computer,
Hmm.
I dove into it, and like you did, I spent hours trying to put all that stuff on there, and the only
Yeah.
one I got to work was Superman. It was just a skin, couldn't even fly. I tried to kick a car, and I think he grabbed his foot and started hopping around. I'm like, this is not it.
Yeah.
Right here.
So I mean, you went there. So let's talk about that too, man, because we were talking, had that discussion as well. Why is it that we can't get a good Superman game? Like, what's the deal with that?
In my opinion, I think they focus too much on trying to find a way to depower him.
Yeah.
I think they should let us be Superman. Like there is no Superman game where we can be Superman. They had the old Sega Genesis games,
Hmm.
and he can get shot with regular bullets and die. Like, no, that's
That's
not
not how it
Superman. I
works.
want to
That's
be
not how it
able
works.
to be Superman. Like I was able to be Batman.
Hmm.
So I think what they need to do, if even if it's just a straightforward here, let me just give you a game, but put all the work into it, of course. Uh, they need to let us be able to go through the storyline. Okay, so
Right.
start us off as young Kent and that whole little time period where he's in Smallville.
Yeah.
That's the how they had the games where they train you how to play, they teach you how
Sure.
to play.
Exactly. That's the
Do
tutorial.
that.
Hmm.
Just a little tutorial section. Yeah, a little tutorial section right
Right.
there. That's him as a young Kent. Kill his father off, and then have us go to the storyline of how he becomes Superman, and give us those little like dumb down some of the villains. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's not
Yeah.
completely Superman. He don't know he can die, stuff like that. So if you want to give us like a training bar, right then, but then after that they should take from the comics
Okay.
and walk us through. Okay, so you're gonna give us the 1980s Superman, give us the 1990s Superman, give us the animated Superman, but let at the whole time every story that you get to play, you still get to be Superman.
Superman.
And he goes up against villains. I brought this up like Metallo
Yeah.
and Parasite. Parasite can straight up take his powers. You got villains that dabble with magic that can damage him. So put him up against these villains that he can naturally be hurt
Yeah.
by. Don't try to always hit him with kryptonite or
Right.
put him in front of a red sun. Give him
Yeah.
these actual villains that will honestly hurt him. Give him, there's actually a group of women. I forget the name of the actual group he goes up against, but
Okay.
they all dabble in magic. You got Black Adam,
Okay. Yeah.
Mixoplitlick. Like I could give you a whole bunch of different characters that will give you about a good 25, 26 hours worth of gameplay. But let us be Superman. If we get hurt or fighting against Doomsday, maybe make that a cliffhanger for another
Another
Superman
game.
game.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Have Batman and other people cameo in it. That would be hot. For what I looked at online, because I've been actually watching a lot of people who have their opinions on why they can't really do it.
Yeah.
Besides the fact of giving us a decent story,
Hmm.
it is the game engine. For some reason, Warner Brothers wants them to just stick with the Batman Arkham game engine,
Oh, okay.
and that game engine, just like for God of War, they had to revamp it because
Right.
it's not made for that.
Right. Right.
Not made for a character to fly around and exhibit those kind of powers. So they
Yeah.
keep running into these walls, like kind of like how they do in Hollywood. They want to tell the directors how to direct
Yeah.
while they sitting up in in their little corporate chairs. So uh,
And that's always
I
funny to
just
me, right? Like when I know it's a lot of marketing and kind of brand positioning and all of that that goes into making those kind of decisions. But it's like when and why have some of these studios, these development studios, not figured out? You need to get out of creative's way and let creative create. Like
right,
it's so crazy to me how you can have a great concept and it just turns into ads because they've injected these opinions and these preferences for how the game or the movie is done. And it's
right,
like, man, you don't know the first thing even about what this character stands for, and you trying to tell the director or the writer how it should go. Like, no, man, you got to let them
no,
really tell the story that they want to tell in the way that they want to tell it. That's what people
exactly,
really want to see, man. It's like I like seeing different interpretations and different takes. I might that don't necessarily mean I'm gonna rock with it like that, like but it's like I want to see. Okay, so you want to put this kind of a spin on soup? Okay, I
right,
like that, but
yeah,
you got to give the creators the ability and the freedom to do that. And it's a lot of times when you start talking money, you start talking budget. It's like that's when the suits come in and they start clamping down, man. And you get stuff like I don't know, Last of Us 2.
yeah, right.
It's like no,
Yeah,
we
because
want to.
that's actually a good prime example of the company not allowing the people who were even testing the game have a say. It was do what we say or you can leave, and that's pretty much what everybody did. So yeah, no,
Yeah,
that's a
man.
perfect example.
It's crazy,
So
man.
thank-
But it is. But then the funny thing is, it's like they'll have this kind of like moment of clarity where it's like, oh, we realize now we fucked up.
Right.
And it's kind of like I think what's going on with Star Wars right now is
Yeah.
Star Wars is like, oh, we fucked that up, and it's and so
For sure.
they trying to figure out how do we bring this back, how do we get back on track, and it's like you don't want to kind of be focused on the past, you don't want to continue to talk shit about the sequel trilogy and all of that. We know what it is, love it or hate it, sit in between with however you feel, but what is it going to be moving forward? I'm more interested
Right.
in what are you doing with what are you setting up with Mando? What are you setting up with all of these new stories and these new shows that you're trying to put out? These characters that you're
Exactly.
introducing. Where is this
Exactly.
going? Like, what is the plan for the future?
I want to address this in the chat because I'm seeing it way too much. Okay, and we can have this discussion if you guys like. I see that y'all want to. Xbox, no. Okay, and I can't get down with the Xbox, and I'll
Nah,
tell you why.
man.
It's not even for real about the gaming system. It's just I grew up on computers, so I get a man props, but it's just Bill Gates. After growing up and paying attention to Bill Gates, and then trying to see his little avenues on how he likes to try to make his money, it bothers me. So when he finally came out with the Xbox gaming system, because I was such a PC fan, I guess, and I was young and impressionable, I felt like he was kind of betraying the brand. It was like, why are you trying to step in? I get it, it's money. I
Yeah.
get it, but why are you taking away from PCs? And he only contributed to me to taking away from people actually going out and having the excitement of buying a computer. A lot of people,
True.
what I'm saying, for the
True.
nerd community, in
I
my in
feel
my
that.
opinion, I was very much a nerd growing up. So you took away my ambition to want that. So I bought a PlayStation.
Got
And I was easy. I was quick to boycott something.
you.
Say something in the chat. I'm like, where's Justin at? I will mute you again.
Mute.
That was completely by accident, by the way.
He's
I
like,
didn't
oh,
mean to
that
do
was my
that.
bad. Yeah, man.
Yeah, no,
It's
I
like
immediately I was like, I'm sorry.
for me, man. I grew up. I was a Sega baby growing up, right? Like I was all I had. I started at 6. I had the 8-bit Nintendo first, and it
It's
was
not
like
better, Ryan.
I was rocking that, and then what was it? Then I went to the Sega, man, and I had my Sega Genesis for years. I skipped through the Super Nintendo, skipped through Turbo Graphics, all that shit, man. I think the next system I got was the Nintendo 64, and I had that for
Ah,
about maybe 6, 7 months. And then I remember, bro, like I can remember this like it was yesterday. I took My whole joint, the 64, the rumble packs, the memory cards, my WWF No Mercy game, like all that.
Right.
Took
Hey, I
went
played that too.
went to GameStop, dropped it all on the counter, and was like, let me get that PlayStation. And it was and the reason I did it at that point was because I was a Tekken addict. Like I was at the arcade dumping quarters in Tekken like it was nobody's business. And I found out I was like, oh wait, they got Tekken 3 on
Right.
PlayStation 1? Oh, we got to make that switch. And
Exactly.
and the thing was, man, even when the Xbox came out, I'm not big on first person shooters, and it just seemed like at that point that was really what they were leaning into with Halo and all
Right.
that. And it was
Yeah.
just like that's not really my scene. I know they had, some dope racing games and things like that, but PlayStation was like by that point they was cranking out hit after hit after
Yeah,
hit.
they
And I'm
were.
just and I'm not just talking about the third party, man. They first party titles like you had God of War, man. Then, when the PlayStation 3 came, you had Last of Us. For a while it was GTA because GTA wasn't
Yep.
wasn't food wasn't fucking with Xbox like that. So it was like
Right.
PlayStation to me was like that was the gamer system, right? That was Xbox was for that person that, in my opinion, again, don't chat, don't roast me and all shit like that. But it was like Xbox to me was like, oh, I got that new hotness. Like y'all, I'm on that Xbox because I'm anti. And it's like that's cool, man.
Right.
Go play your Halo in the corner. I ain't trying to do that shit.
Right.
Like I want to
That's for
go.
you.
I got like 50 different games on my PlayStation that I can play. You sitting there waiting for a Halo sequel. Like I'm
Right.
good, man. Like nah, I want variety and I want quality, first party quality on top of that. I mean, yeah, the Xbox might have like slightly better graphics back in the day and all that, and people would like argue that, but I'm like, dude, I come from
No.
the 8-bit
No.
Nintendo. I don't give a
No.
damn really what it looked like as much.
Right.
I
But
just want
no,
to
it
have
it
something
wasn't
fun.
better. What they did was what happened was see what had happened was
Tell it,
they
tell
let
it.
the Xbox come out right before the PlayStation 2 dropped.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody was comparing Xbox because it was their first gaming system
Right.
to PlayStation, their first gaming system. But when PlayStation came out with the PlayStation 2, 500 points to everybody in the chat right now who was talking about PS2 is the best one ever. I love the PlayStation 2,
Oh,
man. And I know
bro.
the graphics have gotten better since then, duh. But just the games and the nostalgia of it all. I
Dude.
got it. I got one of the little mini ones. Remember when they came out the little small
Yeah.
thin ones?
I tell
I
you
got
what,
one of them.
since we've been on this little home hiatus, or if you will, I'll tell you a game for the PS2 that I didn't crank back up the last couple of weeks. That's that Def Jam fight for New York,
Oh my god.
bro. I'm telling you, you want to talk about a
Yo.
classic, dog? You want to talk about a classic? You telling
Yo.
me I get to be DMX and go stomp somebody's ass and talk shit and got a hip hop
Mm.
soundtrack in the background with it too? Let's
I'm gonna need
go.
your address as soon as we get up off of here
Let's
because I'm
get it.
flying down there and
Let's
we're gonna have
get
to
it,
play some.
bro.
Oh my
I
god, that's my
Def
game.
Jam, man, Def Jam fight for New York, man. It was like Vendetta, but on steroids, and I was like, oh man, like I forgot how my kids was looking at me like, Daddy,
Vendetta.
what the hell is
Oh,
your problem? Like they don't understand. This
Fat
was when I
Joe.
was. Oh my
You know
god,
how
bro,
hard it was to fight Fat Joe?
bro, them big ass arms, like dude would just like throw you
Dude,
all over the place. You couldn't do nothing with his strong ass, man.
right. And he would
It
get
was
his special in
insane.
like two moves
Right.
somehow.
I'm like,
He
man,
trying to
come on,
pedigree
bro.
you.
Like this is a rap. I'm not doing this. Have me dancing around like, nah, man. Let me go recreate my character because I'm gonna whoop your ass.
Yes.
Like,
No,
yes,
right. I
man.
was like, I gotta hold on. Yeah, I gotta rescope. I gotta respec.
The
What is
whole
that?
nine. I'm like,
How
man,
many goals I gotta
let me
use,
go holler at Henry
dude?
Rollins real quick, man. I gotta train up
Right.
and get my shit together, man. Like that's, dude. Yes, yeah. Def
Or
Jam. Another one was Pac-Man Fever was the party game, bro. Like everybody was on this Mario
oh
Party
yeah,
and
I played
everything else,
that.
but Pac-Man Fever was the shit, man. I remember like sitting in the living room and having my little nephews over and like taxing their asses, and I'm one of them old heads that like I don't believe in mercy. Like
Right.
I'm not doing that. I'm like you gonna get on this stick and you gonna take this ass whooping, take this L and go home mad as hell, and come back and try to whoop me again. It's not gonna happen. My they used to hate
Exactly.
me for that, man. But that was where my passion was. You know what I'm saying? It's like that was what and
Yeah.
Xbox just didn't have enough games for me to satisfy. Now I got the
Right.
Xbox. I went and got the Xbox One and the Xbox One. No, I did have a 360 because my kids was on that Connect, so they was doing the Dance Central and all of that, which was cool. But I mean,
Right.
that's a niche. Like that's who's playing Dance Central these days. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I mean, I'm still
Hey, I gotta stand up for just a second, but
yeah.
chat, I want y'all to entertain Al for a minute and let him know what your favorite PlayStation 2 games were. I'm back in like 2.5 seconds.
Bet that. What's the favorite PS2 games? Let me see what's popping here. Hold on. He gonna put me on the spot, and I'm like, I ain't even got the chat. But no, man, it's crazy though. Like the way that PlayStation would work out, it was killing me,
Ooh,
man. Like I would play. I went
landed.
through. Dude, how many PS2s did I have? Like 3 or 4. It's insane, man. Like I was like
Oh
killing
man,
that
you was
disc.
burning them up,
Dude, I
huh?
was tearing my PlayStation up, man. I remember I dropped it one time and my lens broke, so I had to get another one for that reason. Then I tried to hook up my network card when they had the little network adapter joint. You had to connect to the back. I screwed
Right.
that up. Had to go get another one, man. So yeah, it was wild, bro. I had some struggles with that PS2, man. But
Man, I always hear them stories. I have never had to get another gaming console like ever. Like if I got the PlayStation 2,
uh huh,
I would have it, and by the time I got the PlayStation 3, it would die. And then I had the
got you.
PlayStation 3. I wound up selling it and uh, got me a PS4. So like I've had my
Word, word.
PlayStation 3 for years, dude. Like I almost felt like I was betraying it.
Yeah,
I felt like a good father giving away his child.
you know, man. I
He was
remember
worth it. He was worth it though.
for the PS3, man. Funny story with that shit. I was one of them cats because that was the first gaming system I bought like on launch. You know what I'm saying? And I was
Okay.
I was hell bent on it because like I can remember in high school, me and my old man going back and forth about the PS2 because I was like, "Pop,
Right.
this PS2 coming out." He's like, "It's a glorified toy." I'm like, "It ain't a toy. It's a DVD player. It's
Right.
got X, Y, Z." He wasn't trying to hear
Right.
it. So when the PS3 came out, I was like, "Man, look, I'm getting that." 26 hours in a Walmart, bruh. I camped
Oh
out
gosh.
26, dude. This is when I realized gaming was next level. Somebody had dude, their 12-year-old diabetic son was camped out in front of me with an ice chest with his insulin in it. Bruh. Like, and then here's the savage part about that. Somebody got mad because come to find out the Walmart that I was at was only getting 10 and there were 12 of us in line waiting. Somebody called the county police on this kid because he
Oh
was
my
up there
goodness.
without a parent, and so they charged this little kid up for being and he had to leave the line and call his mom so that because somebody was that serious about trying to
Side of
get
the
the
bed.
system that they didn't that old dude, was in front of them, and they figured he was like, "Well, we gonna get this little Negro out, get this little dude out the line." I'm like,
Right.
"Oh, come on, man!" Like this little kid was so distraught, man. And then, but karma is a mother, bro. Because what ended up happening was they were supposed to get 10. They only got 8. So me and that person behind me, which was the one that actually called the cops, ended up having to get rain checked. So we was in line for 26
Wow.
hours and still didn't even come out the store with a damn PlayStation. We had to come back that was on a Friday. I had to go back Sunday and pick mine up. So I was just
Man,
like, man, but it was
all them
wild.
hours for that. That's
26
crazy.
hours, bro. 26. Like my wife will not let me. She's like, yeah, I remember when your ass was in the stove for over a whole day waiting on the damn game. I'm like, look, I never do it again, but
Hey man, you gotta do what
you
you
got to
gotta
do
do
it. It was it
sometimes.
was it was just it was something I had to do at least once. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
how you know you're an old head though, because only us old heads know about doing that.
Yeah, the midnight
Because
releases in line, boy. You don't know. They don't know.
right, yeah, because now you can pre-order stuff, so you ain't
Yeah,
even
you can
gotta
pre-order
step out
exactly.
the house. Now they got curbside because of
Yeah, that worked
Voldemort
because.
virus.
Mm-hmm.
So like no, these young cats don't know about having
Hell
to
nah,
grind
bro. I
and get
remember them nights, man. Especially like
deserved.
when I was really tough in the Madden, and it was like, oh, Madden dropping, man. I gotta be at GameStop at like 10 o'clock so that I could get
Oh yeah,
mine. It was crazy, but that's where the love was. You know what I'm saying? That's when you knew you were amongst like hardcore mofos with the gaming
definitely.
shit, man. And
You
it's
make sometimes you make the best friends standing in line waiting
oh
for that
man,
game.
I'm telling you, man. I'm telling
If
you.
you're waiting for the same game, it's over.
It's over. It's over. You
It's
in there
over.
exchanging screen names. Y'all like, here's my PSN
Yeah.
ID, man. Holler at me when I get home. I'm
You
like,
remember the what was it, the PlayStation Portable?
oh yeah, PSP. Come on, man,
Yeah. Like that was my joint too.
dude. I had
All
the
over that.
PSP hooked up, and I used to work in a call center, bro. And we had it was 4 of us had PSPs, and I remember we had virtual tennis on the PSP, and it had local networking. So we all 4 of us playing mixed doubles tennis. We supposed to be on the
Nice.
phone We over here sitting in the office playing tennis like a mofo. They looking at us like,
Nice.
what y'all over there
My
doing?
game on there was Fight Night Round 3.
Oh man, yes, Fight Night was dope.
Fight Night Round 3 on the PSP was it, especially on the PlayStation 2.
Oh yes.
But how did you feel about it when they came out with the little first lineup of games for the even the was it the Xbox One that came out after Xbox? You know, I'll keep up with trash. But when they came out with they revamped some of these games, like how they came out with Fight Night Champions and how you
Yeah.
Vendetta. Uh,
Oh, Def Jam Icon, bro. Oh my
the
god.
Icon, yeah, Def
That.
Jam Icon. That was horrible. That game was horrible for PS3.
I try to forget that game,
360.
bro. I try
Sorry,
to
thank you,
forget.
Trev. Xbox 360.
Yeah, I try to forget about Icon, bro, because I was like, you play Fight for New York, you expecting to get that with like souped up graphics and a little more gameplay tweaking and stuff like that. They roll Icon out, bro. I'm sitting at home playing this like I don't even recognize this shit. Like
No,
what the
right.
hell is this? Like
No.
they got all this bass and I'm spinning around like doing a little special like this where I'm looking like a DJ. I'm like, dude, this is not the game I wanted to
No.
play at all,
That's not
bro.
it.
Nah,
And
man.
then they took the haymakers and everything away and
Right.
champions for Fight Night.
Yeah, it was crazy, man. Like Fight Night is one of those games where I've been dying to see it come back, but it's just like UFC and MMA and taking over, man. And so I don't
Right.
know. I don't know if we'll get another Fight Night, man. I hope, but I don't know.
Adam G wants to know: has anyone else played on the Sega CD or the Sega Nomad? I
Oh
remember I
man,
had a Game Gear and a Game Boy.
I didn't have the Sega CD, but my best friend growing up had the Sega CD, and I can't remember what game it was. It was some kind of helicopter game where you would do like these airstrikes, and I remember because they would have these. This is when they would try to do the little short cinematics in the game where you had like the actual live action cut scenes. But it was back, this is the mid '90s, so technology wasn't really popping like that. And I just remember like the cutscene getting stuck and dude head just like this over and over again. Like
Oh man.
like you blow up a target and like your character's name was Joker. So the dude like,
Okay.
good work, Joker, Joker, Joker. And we sitting there like, bruh, is it gonna stop skipping or like are we gonna be able to finish this game or what? But that was pretty much my only experience with
Hey Devin.
with that, man. That was pretty
Yeah.
much it.
Just these old games. What do you feel about when they have an exclusive game? I know people like I think Fan Jackson. He doesn't really like it when they have a game that only comes out for a specific console. Especially nowadays, he's like, it's no excuse for not having cross-platform. So how does that make you feel?
I mean, honestly, it's like I look at it like I agree, but at the same time, with the landscape being what it is, I'm just kind of like, no, Xbox, step your game up. You don't deserve to get God of War. Y'all don't deserve to have, Horizon Zero
Spider-Man.
Dawn, Spider-Man. No, that's PlayStation got that on lock. PlayStation was doing this since '95, man.
They knew what they was doing.
They had it in the I remember the old '95 commercials with Crash Bandicoot outside of the Nintendo studio talking shit, and I'm like, what is this little Fox dude? Like, hold on, man. And it was like, I'll say this game is pretty dope though. Like I can't low
Right.
key, this game is live. Xbox, you got to build up that cachet, man. Like y'all had it with Halo for a hot minute, but you can only squeeze so much out of that, man. Like
Right.
I think I'll say this for third party titles, I think cross platform is a no brainer. When you're talking about games as the developers EA, Activision, the people putting out the sports games, Call of Duty, 2K, all that. I don't see why we don't have cross platform, at least between Xbox and PlayStation, and throw in PC with that also. So from that respect, yeah, but I'm cool with the exclusives because I want
Right.
that differentiation. I mean, from a consumer
Right.
standpoint, I don't like the fact that I got to go shell out another $500 for a system if I want to play this one game.
Right.
But
Yeah.
the flip side to that is, really for me, I'm like, okay, well, this really forces me to make a choice. It's like, which way do I want to go? Am I going to go with the PlayStation or am I going to go Xbox? Some
Right.
of us, you get to a point where you can do both, but it's like, nah, I tend to go with the platform that gives me more options for my entertainment. And so Sony, has done that hands down. Just
Wow.
saying.
Hold on, Mike. I know you've played a game way after the handheld Mattel basketball game in the 70s. I remember
Oh
those. When you
yes,
pushed the button and like you
bro.
had the digital and it just did this. It was either
Yo,
or. The
who
ball was here, and then it was here, and it was there.
who remembers that joint? Who remembers that joint? It was a football game, but it was like shaped like a football stadium, and it was like real basic, and you had the controls on each side of the stadium, and it was like
Right.
literally little dudes like this, and it was like
Yep.
the ball was a little blip. Like that was my
Right.
shit. Like that's when it was like that's to me that's really like the essence of gaming, right? When it wasn't even about so much the graphics and ray tracing and all these other buzzwords that they throw out now when they're trying to plug a game. I'm like, nah, man, that's all eye
Right.
candy. I want to know, are you gonna have me sitting there playing this game for the next 3 days because I can't put the stick down? Like that's what
Hey,
really matters to me.
speaking of, here we go. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and throw this out now. So everybody in the chat, want y'all pay attention, okay? Everybody in the chat, want y'all pay attention. I got your
Oh,
attention. If I got your attention, I want you to say "After Dark Rocks." If I got your attention, put After Dark Rocks" in the chat,
for
okay?
sure.
I'm not gonna ask this question until I know I got everybody's attention. So let's see it. I'm awaiting. I am awaiting. All right, I see an ADR. Here we go. All right. Here we are. Here we are. Okay, so after the show, the question I'm going to ask right now is, what was your favorite little handheld games? Now, what I mean by that is, you can say Game Gear, you can say Game Boy, PSP, whatever. But how many of y'all had that little Tamagotchi? You remember the Tamagotchis? The little virtual pets, and you supposed to feed them joints. And like people had them on a keychain, and they had to check them every few minutes like a beeper,
Yeah,
and feed them little joints. I want to know, yeah, COP slash with the Tamagotchi. I want to know.
that's what's up.
And after the show, in the comments, go in the comments, put what your little favorite handheld game was.
There you go.
And I want to look. Yes, I am old, Cap. Very old.
Yeah.
Keep trying to tell y'all.
Say, look,
That's why I
and,
wear the
and, and
mask.
I tell you what, we're gonna up the ante on that a little bit. We're gonna up the ante on that.
Okay.
I
Okay.
want to see if how many like responses we get, and depending on what we get, I'm gonna see if I can go find it.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to hunt it down. I want to see. I know somebody on Craigslist somewhere,
Right.
offer up somewhere. Somebody got a eBay got a dusty ass handheld that probably don't even work. Got corroded battery juice all
Right.
on the inside of it. But yeah, man. But yeah, we
My
get
Game Boy got like that.
I'm looking at the time, bro, and I'm like, man, we pushing up on an hour already, man. This is feeling good, bro. But I think we need to take it to the Q&A. I mean, we
All right.
already
Yeah.
been in
Let's
the
do that.
chat, but let's see what y'all got for us, man. Like we'll just kind of take it to the Q&A section now.
Yep.
Hey,
Ask us whatever.
whatever, man. If
Down
it's
for whatever.
questions about the future of the show,
Right.
drop comments and things y'all want to see. If it's anybody y'all want to see us have on, stuff like that, let us know what's up, chat. What's
Right.
popping?
You go Ryan, the Tigers, all those. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, all of those. I want to know about all of those. When are we going to talk Scotty Summers? I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken, it was you I was talking to in Discord, and I wasn't. You try and tell me pick another day. I think because you scared and you don't want your man's to go down in a blaze of fire on that day. But I said August 13th. We could talk about Scotty Summers.
Word,
Okay,
my
we could talk
man.
about him versus anybody you want, and I can guarantee you, he still ain't gonna be shit by the end of the day. But
Man,
I still got love for you, Cap. I still got love for you, Cap. It's all right. You'll
my
come
man
around one
Stevie
day.
J in the chat say he want to know about the dust on the screen, bro. You got to go back to the top of the show, catch that replay, and find out about
Yeah,
that, man. We
man.
can't. We made a deal with Thanos, man. We would give the explanation at the beginning of the show and keep it moving, bro. We can't. You have to go watch the replay, man. I ain't trying to get
You want to
snapped out of
know?
here.
You want to know what it was that made Thanos want to spare the two of us? And Al didn't tell you this,
I sure
but
didn't. I
we
wasn't
actually
going to. But
managed
go ahead and tell him. Go ahead and tell him.
we managed to make him laugh. We managed to make him laugh. He had the gauntlet on. He was standing before all four of us, and he was like, at the snap of my fingers, half of you will go away. And I was like, "Oh snap!" He was like, he laughed, and he was like, "That was it, Lavis," and he snapped, and then that was it. You know what I mean? I was
Man,
like, "Yeah, Al's my dude. He's got to come with me."
that's it. And hey, man, Good looking, bro. I
He was like
appreciate you.
perfectly balanced.
I appreciate you.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So
Then a nerd said, want to know if we're getting Star Wars Squadrons. Uh, that must
once
be
I'll let you
that
answer
must be
that.
a question for somebody else, cause like, you know damn well I'm gonna have it, and I'm gonna be in there flying my ass around, blowing everybody up, talking cash money shit. So the day it drop, come find me, cause I'm
You
gonna
know
be
what?
in there.
So
I'm gonna
what's
be
I
in
was
there.
watching that stream, but like I said, I'm not. When it comes to Star Wars and you guys, I'm there for support.
No doubt,
But
no doubt.
the Squadrons is the one. It's a flying game, pretty much, right?
Yes, yeah.
All right, I'm down with that. I'll
Yeah,
actually
man.
get that play
Yeah,
for real.
it's funny. I've been trying to kind of stay away from it because I don't want to get too much spoiled for me when I get in there. I'm always like that with Star Wars games for some reason. It's like even with Fallen Order, which I wish I had learned a little bit more about it going in because I wouldn't have been as disappointed. But
Right.
uh, but no, Squadrons, bro. Oh man, Squadrons. I
Yeah.
think is
No, I'm
gonna
down to
be
play that.
that's
I
gonna be
got a
live.
Battlefront 2 right now,
Yes.
and like 90% of the time when I go on it, the first games that I wind up playing are the
Yeah,
flight
the
ones.
flight ones.
Yeah,
Yep.
like
That was
it's my favorite thing to do.
that. Yeah, the flight stuff is dope as hell, man. And it's like
Yeah.
imagine doing that, and it's you got a squad, y'all out there getting it in, man, and you're gonna be able to talk shit like, and you customizing, boy. We gonna look after dark. Gonna have a squadron out there, man. We gonna have to get you right. We gonna have to represent, man.
Mike Porter, Mike motherfucking Porter. He says, Al Lavis, if you had one power stone to use, which one
Ooh,
would you pick?
ooh, that's easy for me, man. That's easy. I have to go with the time stone because
Time stone.
there are some things that have happened in the history of humans that I would just like to go back and experience firsthand. So
Right.
I time stone my way back and just go peep some of that dope shit, man. Or better yet, maybe stop some shit from going down. You know what I'm saying? Like nah,
Right.
that might not be the best idea, but even if I couldn't do that, I just want to go back and experience some shit, man. Like it's
For
so
sure.
much, that I like, and I'll tell you one of them. I would like to be able to go back and experience Star Wars the original in the theater
Okay.
when
I
it
got you.
first dropped, and just like not me knowing full well what's going on. I just want to be able to see people's reaction and what it was like coming out of that movie, and just
Right.
how people were feeling, like about something that has turned into like a cultural phenomenon. Like what was that like immediately? Like that's one
Right.
of the things I would love to go back. So it'd be the time stone for me, bro. What about you?
I think for me, I would have to pick the Soul Stone
Okay.
for various reasons, and just being able to have that power, that energy, that Shang Tsungness to be like your soul is mine and just
Ah.
straight do it. But I get accused of taking souls anyway,
Hey
so
man,
it's just that's just my stone that I would have to go with. Even though I'd have to change the color of it though,
what
because it
color?
comes in different. They do different colors with it, like they did in the MCU version. I think what is orange.
Yeah. Hmm.
But on the old video games, like the Marvel versus Capcoms and the Infinity War and all that stuff they had come out, it was green. But I would go with
Okay.
blue.
Yeah, T Rev, right on, bro. That's another one too, man. That to see that
Yeah.
twist in Empire, man. T Rev say the Empire twist.
I
Being
did not see that.
being in the theater when you hear "No, I am your boy," look, I'd be like,
Gotcha. Okay.
man, that's some shit that I would love to experience. So yeah, spot on with that one, T Rev.
Right. Mike Porter says Infinity War was crazy to watch. The crowd. Do you think
Oh
that
man, yes.
if you was like when you went back, if you go back in time, you think it'd be something like that in the theaters or?
Oh yeah, that too, and the thing about like Infinity War, I actually was able to do that because I went and saw Infinity War like 2 or 3 times in the theater. So I actually went, and there were people in the audience that hadn't seen it, and
Right.
in one of the showings, as a matter of fact, I think like a little kid broke down, like had to leave, like their parents had to like walk them out the theater, like.
Was it Bruce Wayne?
Nah, it wasn't Bruce Wayne. It wasn't Bruce Wayne.
Oh.
But yeah, he was upset. I thought it was. I'm like, man, nah, it wasn't no alley behind the thing, and I ain't hear no gunshots after.
I was trying to tell you, no Joe Chill.
I'm hoping not no Joe Chill. He wasn't.
No Joe Chill. He just had to go chill.
Yeah,
Okay.
it might have been a Joe chilling in the back, but it wasn't. He wasn't. He wasn't out there trying to rob nobody for no pearl necklace though. But
Nah.
nah, man, that was dope. But But yeah, like just to go back and experience some of those big moments in like pop culture nerd history, man, like that kind of stuff. Like I would love like another one, and I actually was around for this, but didn't really understand the gravity of it. But like Mortal Monday, like the day Mortal Kombat dropped on consoles, that's another
Okay.
one. That's another one that I would like just to be a part of that and really understand what how significant that was. You know what I mean?
What,
Um,
for Mortal Kombat?
oh, bro,
The
like
movie?
no, 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 not the movie, the game.
Oh,
When the game
I
came
about to
out,
say the movie. I saw that. I was a little ass kid, but I went to see that in the
oh
theaters.
yeah, no, I saw both of those in the theaters. But I'm talking about like
Okay. Yeah.
when Mortal Kombat first made the transition from arcade to console. It
Got
was
you.
called.
Okay.
They did this big promotion for it called Mortal Monday. They had these commercials. That's where the whole Mortal Kombat scream and the kids running all out in the street and shit came from. And it was like
Later, Brian.
later, man, take care, bro. But that was for me. I would like to go back and see stuff like that, man. Just because I'm all about like people in coming together and enjoying some shit that we all grooving and
Right.
vibing to. So that would be dope. What else we got going on in this chat before we wrap up,
Right.
man?
Let's see. Adam G again. After dark, the next generation start up again next Thursday, or is there going to be some downtime while you reconfigure?
Oh no, bro, we keeping this rolling, man. We got to keep
Yeah.
we that was part of the conditions that Thanos gave us too, man. He was like, look,
Yeah.
we can't be doing this hiatus shit no more, man. We
Yeah.
gotta,
Like every other
and
week. Nah.
it's gotta be bigger and better than it was. So that's
Exactly.
we this is gonna be a fluid process. We're gonna keep it moving, but no, man, we gonna come back right at you next week, brand new, bigger and
Yeah.
better.
Yeah. I will be honest enough to say that some of the hangups that we did have was due to the full group. However, I'll take whatever responsibility of it that was mine in that middle of it too. However, now that it's just the two of us, we're a little more solid. We're a lot more solid, should I say? We're stronger than ever, like Josh
Oh
said.
hell yeah.
So, no, we're definitely keeping the ball rolling
Oh yeah,
every
without
week.
question. We're gonna have,
And
like I said, man, we doing a lot of big things. We're gonna try to switch up the format slightly, start
right,
incorporating more guests into the show. Really,
right,
really getting into topics that y'all want to talk about, where
yep,
anything that falls under that nerd umbrella. And we're gonna set, like I said, next week we're gonna really dive into that because we want
yeah,
After Dark to be what y'all want it to be. So, we want to understand and get a vibe for what y'all consider to be, nerdism. What is it that y'all are really feeling? What are y'all into? What things are we
right.
can we dabble into that maybe we don't do so much on the morning
Yeah,
stream?
and saying that, like, we're trying to, like I said, give you something unique that you can come to. You go to Josh in the morning, and he gives you guys your nerdy news. He gets you started and kicked your ass out through the day, so you can be at work and do whatever you got to do.
Word.
And we're trying to give you someplace at night where you can come chill and decompress
Exactly.
and digest the news that you got. So we might not always talk about what Josh was talking about in the morning. We might have our own thing for you to be able to digest and take to bed with you and think about that through the week. So we're trying to give you something new. We're trying to have fun. We want to have fun with you guys. You come here week in and week out. You're great support, and we're trying to give that back to you so you can be able to come here and have some fun. We like hanging out with you guys. That's kind of what we were doing tonight. We were just having fun, diving back into
Yeah.
what made us love being here.
Yeah. OP slash
That's what
says anime. I'm like, bro, I'm gonna just tell y'all right now, and this is something I was talking to my man Lavis about. I'm
Yep.
not a big anime fan, but I am here to be swayed. If
Right.
there's anybody that thinks they can come on here and sway me and make me an anime convert, I put the challenge out. That
Right.
includes you, Bashti, Miss Anime
Yep.
Lover. Like, I'm down. I want somebody to
Osaka.
prove Osaka. Yep, prove me wrong. Anime is not it for me, but I am here with an open mind. Change my mind. I'm
Right.
down
I'm
for that.
50-50. Yeah. We're gonna have that. We're gonna have that discussion. We're gonna have a change my mind discussion.
Oh yeah, we're gonna do
And
that quite a bit. Cause
yes, we're gonna have a lot of little time for you guys to try to give us what your take is. Either live in the chat or live right now in the group. We're gonna be talking about that. There's a whole lot of different things. We're gonna be playing games for you guys to be able to guess. Maybe our favorite list of people or a list of movies, whatever it is. We're coming up with a whole bunch of new
yeah,
stuff for you guys. So
word.
make sure you come back next week, and each week's gonna keep getting better and better and better. Like my mic. See,
Exactly.
you said that y'all couldn't hear me, and look, now you can't get rid of me.
There you go.
all day.
That's it. And we both like to run our mouth, so we're gonna be talking shit all the time.
Oh yeah,
We get
all the time.
we gonna be here for the shits every Thursday. So
Yep.
don't get it twisted. We here. We go about 5 more minutes and then we gonna bounce up out of here. What y'all got for us though? What any last second
Okay.
questions in the chat?
Yeah. And don't forget, after the show, go to the comments, and I want to know what your little favorite handheld game was. Was it the Tiger Shits? Was it the little Tamagotchis? And I know, was it Trev? Trev talked about, oh, a lot of girls had that. Yes, a lot of girls did have that. And I liked girls,
Hey,
so I
man.
hung out with a lot of girls.
I had a Tamagotchi for that reason. See,
Right, you know what I'm saying?
know,
Just so the girls walk out and be
They're
like,
like, oh,
okay.
you got you. I'm like, yeah, girl, look, I've been feeding this motherfucker all day. Look, he nice and healthy. Look, girl, let me see.
Right.
Nah, you gonna have to come over to my house, home girl. Let me show you how to get that right. Look, see, look.
Exactly.
Now I'm giving
You
game
a
away.
lot
Like we
plus.
can't do that. We ain't started. No, we got to charge for that. Can't get that away from
Cap, who wins, Batman or Superman? Batman?
me. All day,
Was that a real question?
all day. Can't deny that.
Yeah.
One.
I don't know how else I'm supposed to answer that.
Like-
You see right here how they friends, right?
Like Batman is like a stay ready all star. Like Batman
All
sit at
day.
home, like prepping for shit that might not ever happen. Like
Right.
he's ready for all of it. So it's like, how can you bet against Batman? That dude stay ready.
That's what I'm saying. He's the only dude without powers, but still willing to be next and in the field. He's fighting parademons. Like,
Exactly.
come on. He punked out Darkseid. Punked him
What
out.
can you
Like
say,
Darkseid
man?
had him by the neck, and he was like, "Dude, I'll fuck up your whole world."
Yeah. You know,
He had to put him down.
it is what
And
it
Lethal
is.
Clark.
Yeah,
You know, like,
man.
so, come on. And briefly on that, I still think BVS should have been more of a world's finest. It should have been more of a world's finest movie.
Yeah, it should have been anything other than Martha, bro. That's just
Yeah, anything other than Martha should have jarred him from killing
Yeah,
Superman. Like he shouldn't
facts.
even shouldn't even been trying to kill Superman. Not in that respect.
nah.
And I get where they were going with it, but I don't know. I would have had my whole little direction.
Man, somebody
Go
they
completely.
in the chat going hard on Goku. Say Goku sucks. I can't tell you because I don't
Oh,
watch
man,
Dragon
Goku
Ball. So again, somebody gonna have to educate me, man. Wake me up. Let me know what's going on because
Goku don't suck, but he can't beat Superman. No,
I think
like
I think the battle bracket proved that one. You know what I'm saying?
yes,
You know,
exactly. And it
battle
was
bracket
very
spoke for
decisive.
itself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But
Most
yeah,
definitely.
man. About 3 more minutes, and then we gonna
Yep.
y'all ain't gotta go home, but you gonna have to bounce the hell up out of her.
right. For sure. About to have to take me a couple shots myself.
You know what I'm saying, man? That's when you gotta get that after party started.
Right. Then be the
You know how
after
the
dark.
After dark. Yeah, y'all know how that go.
That's gonna be litty. Let me get some fire emojis in the chat for the after dark. Let's see, my man Steve Denton, what you drinking? I know you drinking something. And yes, Steve, we will still squeeze in drunk calls with Steve.
Oh yeah,
That has to happen. That has to happen, especially before we go live and do it. Al, you'll have to experience a drunk call with Steve
Oh man, yeah.
to
Without
get you
question.
adequately prepared.
I didn't heard so many stories, bro. I'm waiting. I'm ready. I'm ready to experience that. I'm ready for it.
Right. Oh yeah. No, you ain't ready. You ain't ready for that. You think you ready?
I think I'm
You
ready.
ain't ready for that.
Yeah, that's-
Audio. After dark, man. We got all the games. We got all the smoke. Make sure
That's
you come by, and we're gonna have fun with that.
Word. Well, shit, man. It's been
some
real
Fanjection.
in the field. Shout to Fanjection. Shout to everybody in the chat. Thanks for kicking it with us tonight. T-Rev,
Yep.
Basti, Osaka, Cap, everybody.
Yes.
Everybody. Josh, the
appreciate y'all
Den.
being here.
Shout to my EPs. What's good? What's popping, Godfather? Ryan, everybody. You know what I'm saying? Bill, what's popping, y'all, man? Y'all
Yes. Rocket
easy.
League. I'm down with the Rocket League.
Oh yes, Rocket League. Let's go. You know, Josh,
Tequila on
real
deck,
quick,
yes,
Josh told me something
yes.
about Rocket League popping, and I still ain't got the invite. So you know,
Oh, man.
I'm trying to get in. And
You
see
got-
what I got Rocket League, so I'm ready to go.
We'll
But
get
yeah.
together with some Rocket League play.
For sure, for
I'm
sure.
down with that.
Well, look, y'all ain't got to go home, but you got to bounce the hell
Gotta
up
get the
out of
hell
here.
out of here.
We
Yes.
done for the night, man. We
Yeah.
gonna hit y'all next week. All new After Dark, man. One more time for the snapping.
For the one time.
One time for the snapping. Yeah. Perfectly
snap.
balanced as all things should be. Nah, man. See, look, you can tell I'm still good because if I had got real loose, I start hitting them with that, like over here. But we ain't gonna go there with it. We ain't gonna go there with it yet. Yep, there we go. All right, man. Y'all be cool. It's been real.
Yes.
Stay
We'll catch
safe.
you in the next
Catch you in the next
video.
video.